All right, so we're back and we are going to start on video 3. All right, pull up my screen and we'll get started. Let's jump right into it. Keep the flow going. Okay, perfect. So, video 3 will be titled Stillness is the Most Intelligent Option because attention is greater than emotion. And this is why stillness is the shortcut to fulfillment. All right, we've been over why attention is greater than emotion. We've been over what stillness actually is in association with that and how to assume intelligently with it. And now we're going to then express if all of that is so, then that would mean stillness is the most intelligent option. And here's why. If attention is the true currency, not emotion, then the most intelligent state you can enter is stillness. Because in stillness, your attention is uninterrupted. And what receives your uninterrupted attention becomes your life. This is where the 8 laws come full circle. Okay? So if you've been watching up until this point, great, because this should make everything click together by the end of this video. And it's going to give you that confident boost that lets you know that I can go out and do this and my stillness is enough. Because again, I think for the longest time we have been identifying or assuming, because you can assume anything, we have been assuming or associating the assumption of nothing is happening with stillness. But what if we change that narrative? That's what this whole series is about. This is why we're dissecting being, because we're going to be in our favor with our attention, utilizing things as simplistic as stillness. So it's a little advanced, but it's not hard to understand. Okay? If attention is the true currency, again, not emotion, then the most intelligent state you can enter is stillness, because in stillness, your attention is uninterrupted, and what receives your uninterrupted attention becomes your life. This is where the 8 laws come full circle. Let's merge both conversations, the primacy of attention and the power of stillness, and show how they amplify each other inside each universal law. All right, the 8 universal laws reintegrated. So, number 1, law of assumption. Whatever you assume becomes true. In video 1, we showed how attention on assumption is what matters, not your emotions. Now we go further. Stillness is the clearest state for assumption because you're not reacting, you're not confirming. The mind is quiet. The assumption becomes loud because there's nothing else interfering with it. No thoughts, no outside, no outer dialogue or anything affecting it. You are being still within this assumption as you are assuming it in stillness, all at the same time, just by choosing to be still. This is why general, specific assumptions tied to stillness, in my personal opinion, genius. Okay? Again, we showed how attention on assumption is what matters, not your emotions. Now we go a little further. Stillness is the clearest state for assumption because you're not reacting, you're confirming. The mind is quiet, which makes the assumption loud. Stillness becomes the echo chamber of the fulfilled version of you. You're not asking, you're not hoping, you're not checking, you're just being. That is assumption fulfilled. Are you kind of starting to see why they're telling you to just be? Just be. You can assume that that being means anything because you're just that powerful. Law number 2, law of vibration. You radiate what you focus on repeatedly. repeatedly. You radiate what you focus on repeatedly. Emotion equals temporary. Attention equals enduring. But what stabilizes your attention long enough to vibrate it? Stillness. Stillness sustains everything. Stillness is the vibrational stabilizer. It keeps your assumption in play long enough. Listen, it keeps your assumption in play long enough to entrain your field to it. Stillness doesn't lower vibration, it locks it in. It's like holding a tuning fork. You stop wavering and start humming, vibrating instead. Law number 3, law of attraction. Like attracts like. Focus is the magnet, not mood. So where is the focus strongest? In stillness. Stillness removes scattered thought, self-doubt, emotional noise, and magnifies the one clear assumption. You become a silent lighthouse, and your reality has no choice but to come to you. Law number 4. These are all according to the laws now. Law number 4. Law of perpetual transmutation of energy. Higher energy transforms lower energy. Attention transmutes emotion. Stillness amplifies attention, which means stillness accelerates transmutation. You don't have to fight your fear. Don't fight your fear. Don't fight your doubts. Don't fight your worries. Don't fight your concerns. You just sit. And the attention inside that stillness dissolves what isn't real. Because you are not those doubts, those fears, and those worries. You are the essence of awareness, the observer behind the stillness of it all. Stillness becomes your energetic surgery room. Ooh, I love that. No effort, just presence. And the shift begins. Law number 5, law of divine oneness. Everything is connected. You are not separate from what you desire. Attention reminds you that you're in a relationship with what you want, but emotion tries to convince you it's far away. Stillness ends the illusion of distance. You stop reaching and start realizing the moment you reach for stillness instead. In stillness, you remember, I am the thing. I'm not becoming it. I already am it. Because in stillness is where God is, and where God is, all of creation is finished. And that's right now. And that's the root of oneness. Law 6, law of polarity. Every emotion has an opposite. Everything is dual. Emotion bounces between extremes. Attention can move you out of that. But stillness collapses the polarity completely. You stop being the pendulum. You become the pivot point. Stillness makes the opposites irrelevant. They don't even matter because you're not thinking about them at all. Your attention is on stillness, not polarities. Or not the opposites, meaning the opposite of what you want. Because there's no more trying, there's only being, and being is balance. Law number 7, law of correspondence. As within, so without. Emotion makes you chase the outside to fix the inside. That's the setup, that's the illusion. Attention reclaims your power. Because if I can get you to focus outside of yourself, away from where all things actually change, I can get you out here believing that all of this is more real than what you got going on in the inside, then I can keep you stuck out here with me. I can keep you solidified out here with me. I can keep you to keep me thriving with your attention. That's the illusion. Emotion makes you chase the outside to fix the inside. And because it feels so real, you pay attention to it and you validate it, therefore sticking to it longer than you have to. But through attention, you can reclaim your power, no matter what it feels like. no matter what the emotion feels like, no matter what the fear feels like, no matter what the doubt feels like. Your attention trumps all of it because your attention is God. It takes awareness to be attentive. It's all stitched in together. Stillness shows you that within is already full. You're not missing anything. You're not waiting for alignment. You are the alignment the moment you become still. The moment you sit in stillness, your external world gets a new blueprint, especially because you were so smart to assume whatever it is that you want to assume that this stillness represents for you. It's law, it's systematic. If you assume it and then you work the assumption by consciously choosing to be still, then the laws will show you, all 8 of them right here that I keep reading to you will show you that, yes, this is right, this is right, this is how it works. Because that's what I'm reading, that's what I'm telling you. That's what they're saying. They're saying yes. Stillness is the most intelligent choice when you don't know anything else. Or even if you do, just this knowing is enough. This is what being is and why it works. I just ripped it all apart for you so that you can be more comfortable in doing so. Because I hate it when somebody tell me to just be and it'll all be okay, but I got all this shit in my face telling me, nah, it ain't okay. Why? How? How is this enough? Why is this enough? That's what I'm doing for you here in this series. Because I wish somebody would have told me. It would have allowed me to be a lot sooner and allow things to move a lot faster, a lot sooner. But that's okay because that was then and this is now. The moment you sit in stillness, your external world gets a new blueprint, one of peace, power, and quiet certainty. That's the best thing ever, that quiet, calm conviction that comes from love. Number 8, law of rhythm. Everything has cycles. Emotion is rhythm. Awareness is center. Emotion makes you feel tossed around by waves. Attention gives you the anchor. Stillness is the deep water beneath the surface. Calm, always. So maybe the surface is rumbling and tumbling because it's storming outside, because your 3D is storming. So your emotions, the waves, they're rumbling and tumbling all over the place. But if you go within, deep beneath the surface of all of that illusion, where it is completely still and calm, you can create new waters from there. Okay? Stillness is the deep water beneath the surface. Calm, always. When you sit in stillness, you transcend rhythm. You move above the tide into timelessness. This is how manifestation becomes immediate. And what is manifestation? When you are good with it and good without it. You are okay with having it internally through your stillness because you just know it, therefore making you okay without having it because you know that that's not so. You know your assumptions and how you've creatively attached them to stillness. And you also know through repetition and work that when you work the assumption through your stillness, as your stillness, being still, then these laws will prove them to you. And evidence of it working will appear in your reality because this is systematic and attention is what works. Awareness is what works. God is what works. The kingdom of the Lord is within. Because time dissolves with attention and stillness merge, manifestation becomes immediate. You are no longer in the process. You are in the presence. Stillness as the choice of mastery. You've tried effort, you've tried feeling your way there, you've tried doing more, but when you choose stillness, you're choosing alignment, you're choosing fulfillment and precision in one effortless state. You're telling that efforting and those feelings and everything outside of stillness no more. I don't have to effort. I don't have to struggle. I don't have to strive. Instead, I'm going to choose alignment with this stillness. I am going to choose the fulfillment that is already stitched within this stillness, as well as the precision and the effortless state of it all, because stillness is clean, it's clear. There's no chaos or resistance going on in it. Not what the pure stillness or definition of stillness actually is. There's nothing going on within it but awareness. Still but aware, still but powerful. That's what you are. Still but moving the quantum field through the currency of knowing, because stillness is the currency of knowing. And the most divine part, stillness isn't a mood, it's a recognition. Isn't that fucking perfect? It's not a mood, you guys. Stillness, what stillness is in this entire series, is you being able to recognize that you are aware of being aware. That's stillness. There's no emotion tied behind it. You don't have to be happy go lucky. You don't have to be perfect in an emotional area in order to be still. You can be still and sad. You can be still and upset. You can be still and angry. You can be still and worried. You can be still and hopeless. You can be still and uncomfortable. You can be still just by reaching for stillness with your attention. The recognition of stillness is stillness. It isn't a mood, it's a recognition. You're not trying to get, you are recognizing that you already are. This has been the mechanics of being, a dissection of why being bypasses the discomforts of your emotions and how stillness and everything is integrated within all of it, what it means for you, and how it can be utilized to your benefit. I am going to record one more video to sum up everything. It will be the outro to all of this. So stay tuned. That one will be shorter, but this has been the series. It is now complete, and I hope that it has given you the encouragement necessary to work your systematic, deliberate reality creator within. Okay. So again, I got one more, just a quick little outro, kind of tie everything, sum everything up. But watch these over and over, you guys. Allow them to be your anchors. Allow them to really draw you in so that you can really feel the resonance that delivered the comfort for you to actually do this for real. Being is not hard. There's no more mystery in it. Therefore, it should be a lot easier for you to just do. And that is the gift that I am hoping that these videos are giving to you. That is my intent here. Okay.